Dia Yves Akorja. Hello friends and welcome to this Imbolc activation and meditation. So firstly, just allowing yourself to fully land here now. Taking that journey, that sacred journey from your head down into your heart. Idokri anish, in your heart now. Coming deep down into your human body. So much of the time we are busy and disassociating from our heart and our bodies. So just taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose, and doing that 3 times now. In through the nose and out through the nose. Regulating our nervous systems. Coming into the here and now. And when I tune into Imbolc or any of the turn of the wheel celebrations, the most important thing is to pause, come into the heart and the body, and hear the whispers of the earth, of the mother, the goddess, the birds and the flowers. And today is the 4th of February, celebrating the astrological day of Imbolc on this sacred, high, holy day. A very important time in the Celtic wheel of the year has arrived. So just celebrating you being here. Celebrating that you have made it through the depths of the darkness of winter. To be born anew at this time. Today is a celebration. Imbolc meaning Yo's milk, or in the belly, which signifies the lambs being born at this time, the daffodils budding new life. The earth is alive again after the winter's hibernation. So Imbolc is the midway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. And the spring equinox is when we have equal light, equal day and night. So at Imbolc, we're on the increase of the light present every day. We notice a stretch in the evenings. The bird songs are getting louder. The daffodils are lighting up our gardens. And we feel the stirrings in our bellies, in our wombs or our sacral chakras, of what it is we are creating and birthing this year. The winter solstice on the 22nd of December last year gave us hope that this light was returning. And since then, the light has been increasing minute by minute each day. And now, at this time, it is time to say goodbye to winter, and noticing perhaps the resistance to saying goodbye to the darkness. Or perhaps there is joy and excitement for this return of spring, this return of the masculine energy, of coming out of the cocoon. And whether it is this excitement or resistance, remembering the importance of the slowness into the transition between winter and spring. When the seasons turn, we must not race or run, but mindfully listen to our internal season and what our bodies need as the seasons turn. And now I am reminded that no matter what external season, and especially as women who are bleeding every month, we must always internally listen to our inner season first. And for men too, because right now we are in the midst of a great awakening, of a prophesized time where Earth would remember its true origins, its divinity. But to really come back to truth and love as a race, we have to shed all that is no longer in alignment. And over the past couple of years, many of us have been shedding and shedding and shedding and shedding. which put a lot of us in an internal inner winter. So if you resonate with being in an internal winter, go softly and slowly into this spring energy. And I do believe, even if we are feeling like we're in a very winter season of our lives, of our healing journey, we can still integrate the energies of the external season of spring and summer in tandem with our nervous system, or in tandem with our internal season. So I would recommend a journal and pen for these next reflections. So perhaps taking a minute to get a journal and pen, a warm drink, light a candle, or perhaps you just want to sit exactly where you are right now and receive and the invitation to reflect can also be reflected internally in the mind or written down. So before we move into looking forward at this crossover of the seasons, it is vital and important for us to reflect on what seeds, what healings, what reflections have occurred and happened and been sown over this winter period. So since Samhain, the intention to allow what is no longer in alignment to fall away, just like the leaves fall off the tree. I just want you to reflect now. Since Samhain, what lessons have you learned? Or what have you shed that is now making you feel lighter and ready to be reborn? So just taking some presence with these reflections now. What have you shed? What have you learned? What's changed in your life since Samhain? We are transforming and changing all of the time, whether we are conscious of it or not. And when we become conscious of it, we can bring that change into power and sovereignty and newness. So some prompts of things that you might have shed, or lessons. So is there any relationships or connections that were no longer in alignment that you needed to step away from? Was there work or career changes? Was there more stillness and rest? Did you shed maybe constantly doing? Did you learn to love yourself a bit deeper this winter and listen to your body and nourish yourself? And if there is nothing coming to you at this time, just enjoy this time of presence. Which is one of our most precious gifts. And perhaps taking more time after this meditation to reflect on the time since winter, since Samhain and the solstice, and reflect on who are you now, given everything that would have unfolded since then, or might have unfolded. For me at this time, I feel like a newborn baby, like a little lamb, having shed so much on truths, densities, unconscious behaviors, wounds of love, having shed so many different energies. So many deaths have occurred since Samhain. I feel like I'm reborn again. The resurrection is starting to occur. Yeah, and perhaps the rebirth hasn't even happened yet. Perhaps we're still in the birth canal. You know, a lot of the lambs are still in the belly, Imbolc, in the belly. And that's okay too, wherever we are. Really, the rebirth can happen closer to the equinox or Beautina. So whether we feel we're either still in the womb or the birth canal, or we're a new baby lamb, tuning into the vulnerability and the delicateness of this very sacred time in our healing journey and on the Celtic wheel of the year. We can hear the birds singing, we can see the daffodils, the lambs are starting to be born, but there is still a lot bare. The trees are still bare. There is still crispness in the air. So just allowing ourselves to protect our inner little lamb or the part of ourselves that is being completely rebirthed, being resurrected and transformed at this time of Imbolc. So without needing to take a lot of action at this time, we can simply set some intentions for the year ahead. So from now, Imbolc, right through to Samhain, where we enter that death period again, let us set some intentions now for the year ahead. A lot of us set intentions perhaps maybe the start of the new year, which can be powerful, but also utilizing Imbolc, this very sacred threshold where astrologically there is so much magic happening that it's a really, really powerful time to set intentions as the light of the sun returns more. And this Imbolc portal will be for at least the next 7 days, if not more. So perhaps this is an exercise that you will take to after this meditation in the next week or so, or under the new moon. So what are your goals for 2024 at this threshold? Given everything you've learned since Samhain, what now wants to be birthed through you, whether man or woman? We all birth creations into the world. What are you putting out into the world this year? Perhaps it is more love. I really feel our mission and our purpose is love. So perhaps just keeping it really powerful, yet really simple. This year I'm going to be more loving towards myself and others. Maybe this is the year that you haven't healed so many wounds. Now attract tribe and relationships from a healed, loving place. We need tribe and kin to birth this new earth. So perhaps this is the year for Tuha, tribe. Perhaps this is the year where you write that book you've always wanted to write. Start your own business, or finally allow the world to see your power, because you are beyond powerful with so much wisdom and truth and love and creativity to share with the world. Maybe this is your year. Maybe it's a time where you're calling in more abundance to fulfill your mission and your dream. Don't be afraid to really set the intentions that your heart really desires and needs from you at this time. So writing these down if that feels good. And Imbolc is one of the fire festivals, one of the 4 fire festivals throughout the wheel of the year. So a suggestion is to light a sacred fire tonight, tomorrow, or any time over the next week or so. An Imbolc sacred fire where you speak your reflections, intentions and wishes to the fire. The element of the sacred fire hears our prayers, helps manifest our prayers and intentions, while also transmuting for us everything that isn't truth and love. And calling on Goddess Bridget, Saint Bridget, the goddess of the sacred fire, as you light this sacred fire. So yes, perhaps completing these intentions after this meditation and activation. So like always at the wheel of the year, when we're at these sacred thresholds, some suggestions of how we can honour and mark it is, well, firstly by being here. Knowing that that is enough by tuning into this Imbolc activation. This is simply enough. And if we have the life force energy to take it a few steps further, we can, as I said, light the fire, gather in community, have a little celebration or party over the next week. Or we can allow ourselves to continue to be in the solitude energy and go to the well, go to your local well, and sing or set your intentions to the water, giving thanks firstly, always giving thanks firstly to the sacred waters, the waters of Danu and Bridget that come from the other world. So stepping on sacred land, sacred sites, or beside sacred wells on this threshold allows the very potent energies at these sacred places to come into our being. So yes, perhaps going to a sacred site or holy well and giving thanks, bringing some offerings of maybe some daffodils or roses or oats or sacred water, and giving gratitude and setting some prayers for the season ahead. Another beautiful way to tune into the energies at this time is to harvest some rushes and to make a Bridget's cross. Which brings me to the next part of this Imbolc activation, which is honouring and tuning into the energies of Goddess Bridget, Saint Bridget, Druidess, Priestess, Bandria, Druidess Bridget. Who is celebrated and honoured at this time. She is the goddess of spring. She is the goddess of many things and has many names throughout the Celtic Isles. The goddess of healing, poetry, creativity, of the sacred flame, the eternal flame of light and hope, of the fire. So just allowing yourself to feel Bridget's energy now. Brigid, who has held the divine feminine Christed light of consciousness in this sacred land of Eru for many thousands of years. I believe that Goddess Bridget and Saint Bridget are holding the same lineage, the same energy. And luckily, we know a lot about Saint Bridget, which to me points us in the direction and the energy and the consciousness of Goddess Bridget. Who was here on these lands to bring peace, harmony, love, and light. For many hundreds of years, at least 1500 years, a flame, the eternal flame of Bridget, was held in Kildara, meaning Church of the Oak, where her monastery was. And the priestesses tended to this flame day in, day out. And this flame was reignited by the nuns and Solace Brigid in County Kildare. And what does this sacred eternal flame of Bridget represent? Light of hope, of love. The sacred heart, the hearth, brings us into the sacred heart. So the sacred hearth of the flame brings us into the sacred heart. So the flame brings us into our heart, the sacred heart. And in Christian tradition, there is the images of Yeshua or Jesus with the flame around the sacred heart. Because we must reignite and remember and stoke the flames of our heart into more love and light and hope. And of course, Brigid was deeply connected to the Christed family, to the Christed light. She was holding the flame of Celtic Christianity, which is the original teachings of Christ, separate from the dogma of the Catholic Church or the Roman Church. Brigid was holding the Magdalene Christed flame of oneness, Christed. Christ consciousness meaning oneness with the divine, the anointed one. And I believe she, in her incarnation on this earth, she met the Christed family. She met Yeshua, his mother, Mary, his wife, Mary Magdalene. And she promised that she would hold the Christed light on the lands of Éireadh through her sacred flame that her priestesses and druidesses would tend to. She is known as Mary of the Gaels because she was holding that Mary consciousness. Mary meaning, well, has many meanings, but to me it is devotion to Isis. So she was the Mary of the Gaels, holding that divine feminine lineage, the Magdalene Christed Isis lineage on these lands of Éireadh. So let us tune into what energies of Bridget can we bring into our lives and our heart to support us at this time. As I said, she covers many aspects. Fire, goddess of fire. Healing, goddess of healing. Creativity and poetry. What aspects of Bridget's energy do you need support with at this time? She was also known for bringing peace and harmony and abundance, spreading her cloak in Kildare, where her monastery was built. She calls in the abundance and magic that she needs to fulfill her mission. It is also someone who can support us to become the healer that we want to become, or to give us healing. So what support do you need from Bridget at this time? And perhaps it is to help you remember Celtic Christianity or the Christed divine feminine lineage of the Sacred Heart, the sacred flame of the rose. So I just want you to imagine that you are by the sacred well, Bridget's well, in Solace Breed in Kildare now, where her church is. And beside the sacred oak tree, which was her ally, the oak was her Anam Cara, her soul friend, reminding us of the druidess that Brigid was. So beside the oak, an dúr agus an tobernefa, the sacred well, what messages is goddess, saint, druidess, priestess, Mary of the Gaels, Bridget, Brigid, Briganta, what is Bridget whispering to you? What energies do you feel in her presence? Is there a peace and a harmony in your heart? Do you notice the sacred flame come alive within your own heart? What is Goddess Bridget here to support you with at this time? Goddess Bridget is a powerful person to call on the healing path throughout your journey, at all times of the year. You can call on her to help you write poetry, or to tell stories, or to work with different healing modalities, the herbs and the plants. I like to sing to her when I'm lighting the sacred fire. Many ways that we can connect with her at the wells and the waters and the streams as well. I feel her energy, the sacred waters. So just inviting Bridget in as an ally and a goddess to call on your healing path. Bridget invites everybody to the sacred grove of the oaks under her mantle. Invites people of all ages and sexes, and wherever we are, Bridget will take us in. This was what she was known for, her compassion and generosity for everybody, so that everybody is welcome. And again, either making a Bridget's cross or getting a Bridget's cross to place in your home. Bridget's cross in the home can signify protection and healing and harmony for our homes and our sacred spaces. And if we have the spaciousness to make our own, we can weave our own intention into our cross. There's many tutorials on YouTube where we can learn how to make the cross. It is so simple, so simple. And a really powerful way to connect with her energy and also the power of the cross. So to me, Bridget's cross and the Celtic Christian cross signifies the wheel of the year, Celtic wheel of the year. So we've got the 4 seasons: summer, autumn, winter, spring, or spring, summer, autumn, winter. We've got the 4 directions: north, south, east and west. We've got the 4 elements: earth, water, air and fire. So a lot of us, we have been distorted to thinking the cross is just connected to the Roman Catholic Church, but actually it's an ancient symbol of the Druids and priestesses and Celtic Christianity, signifying the interconnectedness of our lives with the nature, the seasons, the elements, the directions. So yeah, it can be really healing to heal our relationship with the cross by making a Bridget's cross and weaving in our intentions. For me, my intention in my cross was to come more into the Christed heart of love, unconditional love and oneness. So for now we will say slán go fóill, Bridget. Bye for now, Bridget. But we will be back again to connect with you in the ethers. We give thanks to Bridget for holding the divine feminine light in Ireland, even through very dark times where much of the feminine was forgotten and lost and persecuted. We give absolute deep thanks to Bridget for withstanding all of the patriarchy and the trauma and the amnesia. Giving deep gratitude to Bridget at this sacred time. So to reflect again, Imbolc, the threshold of winter into spring. In the belly or the ewe's milk is signifying what is pregnant within us that wants to be birthed this year. Imbolc signifies new life, the stirrings of Mother Earth, the life force. Kundalini energy is returning. The light is returning. We are now on the increase of light until the summer solstice on the 21st of June. The days get brighter, our hearts gets even warmer. So taking some time to reflect, what has the winter season brought to us? What gifts, lessons have we received from the darkness of the womb, of the earth, of the void? What gifts are we bringing into this spring season? Where are we on our rebirth? Are we in the birth canal, or are we a little lamb just been born, just tuning into where you are and what you want to create this year. Just tending to those seeds that are growing strong now at this time of Imbolc. And remembering it is a slow transition into spring. It's not necessarily about taking loads of action on our intentions, but just simply setting them. Working with our internal season. And moving slowly. And perhaps lighting the sacred fire, going to the well or the sacred site, bathing in the sacred rivers or streams or waters, or blessing yourself with the river water, blessing your chakra points, your feet and your head. If it's too cold to get in, just blessing yourselves with the sacred waters of Bridget and Danu of Gaia. A time of ritual cleansing. So allowing yourself to be cleansed of all that was shed during the winter, allowing yourself to be cleansed before we shift into this new season. All along, we allow Bridget to walk this path with us. Breed the eternal flame of love and light with us on these sacred lands. So I send Imbolc blessings to you all. May we all celebrate ourselves and our journey since Samhain. We made it through. We made it through the depths of the darkness. So taking some time now to celebrate you and your journey, your remembrance, your healing. You are doing absolutely amazing to be here, alive and awake and in your heart during these biblical times. And may Goddess Bridget continue to bless your heart, your home and your journey. Slán agus bannacht tí a cóide. Slán agus bannacht tí.